Well, we are in the dog days of summer and it's brutally hot, but I still like to get outside and fish. It feels really nice standing here in this creek under these shade trees, and I'm going to show you some of the tips for how I stay safe and enjoy my time outside when it's super hot. My name is Carter, and you're watching Outdoor Science. Okay, well, I was wading from that way. Everything was about ankle to knee deep. And there weren't really any good pools. I found this little pool right here, which is my first real opportunity at some fish. Forgot to put these bad boys into sport mode. Okay, this looks a little fishy up here. Alright, this little pool looks pretty nice. I do see some fish swimming around, some really small bass, and I ended up catching one little fish about that big. The GoPro overheated, so I didn't get a film of it. It wasn't a bass, I don't really know what it was, so I'm going to try to catch another and then try to catch other things in this little pool. There's another little creek mouth over there, and I think there's going to be some fish down that way. So I'm just going to hang out over here in this little pool for a while and see what happens. Alright, so interestingly, I swapped over to this more natural color rooster tail because I was using chartreuse, but the water is crystal clear and the fish don't care about it at all. I put it right in front of their faces and they did not care. So I think that I'm going to switch back to something brighter. That is probably my smallest bass ever. There's a whole school of them over there. There we go, tiny, tiny little guy. All right, I just lost my fire tiger rooster tail over in the rocks, and it was a little too deep for me to recover it, which brings me to my next point. Why am I even out here? I really wanted to get outside and I really wanted to fish, and I could have gone to a bunch of the city parks or wildlife centers, but it's just so hot that I would melt standing on the banks. My favorite thing to do in this heat is to find a creek and wade up it. There's almost always going to be some fish in there, and if you can get the right lure, you can still catch things. You just have to size down whenever it's something this small and this shallow, which is what I'm doing right now. All right, the spot cooled down. Let's keep moving. Well, I was just trying to shoot some B-roll, and I cast out, and I was filming with my phone, A big fish chased my little rooster tail. Oh my goodness, look how blue this little pool is. My rooster tail got stuck again, but I don't mind walking in this water. It feels so nice. It's so cold, so refreshing in this heat. I'll just stand here for a while. Little fish on. Tiny little guy. All right. Really pretty little fish. There we go. Fish on. Another one. Another tiny little fish. I was just using one of these little rooster tails that have a 3D head on it, and it seems to be pretty good. They don't swim the best, but I do think it gives a little extra something to a rooster tail. Whenever you come up to a spot like this and you don't know where the fish are, you can't really see them, you don't know where they're holding because it's all pretty flat with a couple deep spots here, over there. Especially in these creeks, you just toss out your micro fishing lure, like a little rooster tail or something. And a lot of times if you just start reeling, you'll see the fish kind of go after the lure. They might not hit it, but they'll be attracted to the flash and the vibration that it causes. So I highly recommend using a rooster tail in a new spot on a creek to see where the fish are. Fish are a lot like us. When it's hot, they're uncomfortable. So while you bounce from shade tree to shade tree, you want to fish those spots as well. The fish are going to be hiding in these shady spots. I personally like to wear long pants when I'm exploring new creeks. I also like to wear Crocs because if I need to walk through thick vines, weeds, grass, I like my legs to be protected. I also burn really easily, so that helps me not get sunburnt. And Crocs stay on my feet a little bit better than something like Tevas or sandals. So I just think they're the best for this type of exploration. There we go, fish on. Fish on. Nice little guy. There we go. Whoa, what is this? Wow, this thing is gorgeous. It has these rough spots on its nose. Let me know what this is in the comments because I have no idea. It's really fat too. That's beautiful. All right, that was definitely one of the biggest fish in this little pool. So I'm gonna go back to that first pool that I caught fish in and see if anything else is there and biting. And from there, we'll try somewhere else. Oh, immediately a fish. Immediately I got a fish. Oh, it's a bass. Finally, I got a bass. There we go. Oh, beautiful little largemouth. That thing is gorgeous. And it hit that like a freight train. Another one. Got another one. Oh, it came off. There's a little school of bass right in front of me. Alright, I think I've spooked everything off in this pool. There were tons of fish and now I'm not seeing them, so I think they've moved on in all the commotion of me splashing around. So I'm gonna move on now. I think I'm gonna head back to my car and try one more spot. The single most important tip that I could give you for fishing or just being outside in the summer is to have plenty of water. This is full of water and ice. I have a couple other bottles in the back, and so I know that I'm gonna be well hydrated. I didn't carry this with me, which I probably should have, but I knew that I wasn't going far, so that's kind of my own risk. It's really important to have plenty of water with you whenever you're out in this extreme heat. All right, well, the second spot that I wanted to go to had several people there, and I couldn't have parked anywhere even close without blocking someone in. So I think I'm just gonna call it a day because we've got some storms on the way, and I can't really get anywhere else for this video before the storms roll in. So that's gonna do it for today. So don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe because I post a new video every Friday, and go ahead and share this with someone else who might enjoy it. Thanks for watching.